Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another apartment renovation. Today I'm actually tackling one of the two-story apartments in the game. This is 700 into Zenview, which is an apartment I'm not sure if I've ever renovated because I'm not familiar with it. So if I have renovated it before, it's been a very long time. But it is a two-floor apartment where the upstairs and the downstairs are very different shapes. And there's only really one place that makes sense to put the stairs, so that's what I did. And I actually opted to have the living space on the top floor. So when you first walk in the door, that's where all of the bedrooms are going to be, all the doors to the bedrooms, which I only really make this a one-bedroom house, but there's a second room that could be a bedroom, but I opted to have that as an office instead because I decided to make an apartment for an influencer. I'm not sure if they're a streamer or a YouTuber or what they do, but I had so much fun with the color scheme in this apartment. I think it comes out really cute in the end. There are so many plants and a lot of soft pinks and blues and just like pastel-y colors. I was really inspired by the pastel pop kit. I didn't use a lot of items from it, but I was inspired by the colors that came in that kit. So I heavily focused on a lot of the more pastel-y colors, and you'll see a bunch of high school years as well in here. It's just like very soft and fun colors. So I really hope you enjoy it. If you do and you'd like to download it, I will make sure to have this available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi. Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag MissGryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below as well. So per usual, I am starting on the kitchen. It's my favorite place to decorate in any apartment, any build. I just really like designing kitchens. I feel like it would be so much fun in real life to actually pick out what a kitchen space would look like. I don't know if I'll ever get the chance to do that. I live in a very small apartment with a galley style kitchen right now that barely two people can fit in, but the idea of being able to design your own space like that is just so exciting, and so I'm so happy to be able to do that in The Sims so often. So of course I'm starting there. I went with a very like modern woodsy toned kitchen. I wanted to have a lot of wood in this space. I feel like that's really popular to have the wood floors continuing into the kitchen. So I didn't opt for tiles in here. I wanted this to be more open concept of a living space in this apartment. And I wanted to bring in some fun pops of color through the rugs and the bar stools and all of the other decor in this space. So you'll see that. I'm also going to be changing the wood floors to something that's more the tone that I was trying to go for, which is actually one of the base game floors. You'll see that here shortly. And also I just want to mention, sorry if my voice is a little bit messed up. It's that time of year. I'm not feeling super well, so I am so sorry if you can hear that. But anyway, yeah, just trying to figure out some flowers to put around. I go wild with plants in this apartment. They're one of my favorite decorations to put in The Sims, so I just let myself go wild with this. And this is actually a build I did over on Twitch yesterday. So if you weren't aware, I do stream over on twitch.tv/MissGryphi 3 days a week, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So if you'd like to join us ever, I would love to have you. It's completely free, and it's just a fun way to interact and create some builds together. So like I will be working on this, and we'll be chatting about different ideas and what colors might work. Maybe you might suggest a specific item. It's really fun, and I get so many cool ideas from this community. So if you're interested, I would love to see you over there. But here I am changing that wood floor to this base game one that I had mentioned. I just think it matches so much better. And then I'm getting some aprons and stuff over here, and I just love the mix of the pink and the mint in the kitchen. And I think it works really well with the wallpaper that I put in this space. I'm trying to think where that wallpaper is from. I don't know why, but for this very moment, I can't think of where it's from. But I think it looks really cool here. It might be the Myshuno stuff pack. No, I'm not sure. But it looks really nice. It has the pink and the mint. So I used that as an accent wall in a couple different places throughout this apartment. It ends up being in the office, the bathrooms, the kitchen, and right here I'm just trying to figure out which table to use. I opted for this one from Dream Home Decorator. I use a lot of that pack in this build, because obviously it matches with itself really well. It's really modern, and I just felt like it made sense in this space. This like chunky table with these fun curvy chairs I thought were just a nice touch for this space, and I kind of wanted to go a mixture of things that are a little bit trendy and things that are a little bit quirky, as well as items that look like they could have been affordable, maybe things that were bought at IKEA, because I wanted this space to look realistic. And I think I achieved that. It's very colorful, but I also think it's a realistic space for a sim who might be pretty successful in their career and works from home and really likes this more pastel aesthetic. So I hope you enjoy it. I thought this couch was perfect for this space. Once again, from Dream Home Decorator, but this perfect pink tone. I really liked that. I also paired it with this love seat, which came from the Pastel Pop kit, and I just have that on an angle over here. I will be moving the bookcase over here shortly because right now it's blocking where the bathroom is supposed to go. I hadn't put a door there yet. Also, those posters over the stairs I thought were so perfect. Those are from the Cool Kitchen stuff pack, and they have that pink tone I was going for, so I thought that they were a nice touch over there. And the living space is a little bit odd, but I think it comes out okay in the end. I end up putting the TV over here on this corner and putting a faux fireplace under it and adding some decorative like beams in there to make it look like it's sort of closed off. I thought that this was a cool idea and gave the area a little bit more texture, so I was quite happy with that decision. I think this is a cute little space. Because I didn't really want a full functioning fireplace, especially because I wanted to scale it down for that corner, and I think it worked really well in that space. I also put this little side table between the windows to put a stereo on and some more flowers, because you can never have enough plants in The Sims. And I actually ended up moving around a accent chair in this space so many times because I couldn't figure out where to put it, because the layout I have for this living area is a little bit odd. And I changed out the chair a few times as well. So I couldn't decide if it should be right there or over by the other window, but I end up keeping where it is now and putting an ottoman over here instead. And I think that just works a little bit better. It's a weird shape, but I really like that because it's not my usual go-to. So I quite enjoyed that. And then I'm trying to figure out the walls because I thought that the brick texture was nice, but a little bit too prominent. So I ended up going for this other one that looks like it's more of a painted over brick. But this is going to be the upstairs bathroom. This one has a shower, sink, toilet. I am using that same wallpaper that I used in the kitchen as an accent wall behind the sink. And I believe I show both bathrooms in this apartment. The other one has the same appliances in it as well. So there's no tub in this apartment because it just didn't feel like there was a good spot to put one. So it just has a sink, or not a sink, a sink instead of a tub. No. It just has a standing shower, but I thought that that worked nice, and the downstairs bathroom actually does have a window. This is like a really strange nook in this apartment. I'm not really sure what else you would do with it if it wasn't a bathroom, but it might be interesting to tackle this apartment again and see how differently I could take the layout of this. I feel like I put this one off for so long because I had no idea what to do with it, but I really like how this came out, so I do think it would be fun to try to turn this into a different apartment. Let me know if you'd like to see that, because I know a lot of the apartments I do the same ones over and over. So it might be nice to see this one again instead of one of the other ones that I do 1,000 times. But I'm sure I will continue to do that because we only have so many apartments in The Sims. I do hope that we get more in some of the expansions that we are getting this upcoming year in 2023. I really, really hope we get more apartments. That would be so nice. I was so excited when Eco Lifestyle came out a couple of years ago and added more apartments, because before that we only had City Living. So we only had San Myshuno, but having Evergreen Harbor was such a nice addition. So more would be very welcome. But anyway, when you first walk in down here, I didn't really know what to do with this area. So I made it sort of a seating space, and it has like a mini kitchenette bar area over here. I was thinking this could be a space if you are meeting about business. So when you walk in, this is like the meeting space. Upstairs is more private living, and then through that little archway there's the door to the bedroom and to the office. So it keeps things kind of separate. I thought that that was nice. And there's also a nice balcony out here as well, which I decorate towards the end of the build. It just ends up having a table and chairs, a couple of loungers, and some decorative plants. Oh, and a yoga mat. I almost forgot about that. I thought this sim would really enjoy yoga, and it seems like a nice activity to have out on the balcony. So that is what I decided to do. But right here, I'm trying to figure out what's put on the wall. So I decided on some movie posters that fit the color palette of this apartment. So I'm mostly using ones from Get Famous, but the first one I placed down is from Base Game. So just moving these around and switching the orientation and which ones go where. And I think it looks really nice there. I also add a small TV and I think another plant as well, just because I felt like this space needed something over there and I thought a TV would be nice. But anyway, this is going to be the office and I love how this room came out. As soon as I placed down this rug, I knew immediately that was the rug for this room. This one is from the Decor to the Max kit. It's a really pretty rug. It has some wild swatches, but I think this one's really fun and neutral and plays into the colors that we had going on in this space. So I utilized that, and then I'm making a shelving unit back here that looks like the IKEA Calyx shelves. I feel like that's very prominent in a lot of streamers' backgrounds. It's not in my background, but I do have one in my office. It's a black one, but it's off to the side. You can't see it on camera. That has a lot of storage in it. So I wanted to include that in here, in a cute chair, of course, bringing in that accent wall that I've been using throughout the space as well, and my favorite plants. So we'll have a couple of those in here, and then I do fill up the shelves with a bunch of boxes and books and plants, and I think it looks really cute in here. It's not too busy, but I feel like it's a aesthetically pleasing, realistic background for like a streamer or content creator of some sort. So that's what I was going for here. Just going through and trying to find all of those book items that I thought would look nice here. I really wasn't sure which ones I wanted, so you can see me kind of scrolling through a little bit and trying to figure out which items would look nice, because I also wanted to get like these stacks of books from high school years before I got like the regular books here. And I opted to put the tiny living ones on the end because they have the plant bookends, and I just thought it looked a little bit nicer there. And then over the desk space, I do get a corkboard as well as a calendar. We have a gaming chair in here, and I will be getting a closet and a mirror in here as well. And we also end up grabbing a guitar. This was a suggestion from chat. I was like really wishing at this point in time that we had like a ukulele in the Sims, because for whatever reason, I imagine this Sim having a ukulele and playing that maybe on their stream. But we don't have that. So I did put a guitar in this space, which I think is really cute. And that's pretty much it for that room. And then we're moving on into the bedroom. I, throughout this entire apartment, was trying so hard to use this rug from the Pastel Pop Kit in various swatches. And I actually ended up finally using it in the bedroom in the cow print swatch. It will be in the yellow swatch, and then the bed is pink and yellow, and it's so perfect. I love this room. I was trying to keep the color scheme fairly consistent throughout, but I still wanted it to have a little bit of variation, and I was just so happy to finally use this rug. It has some really cute swatches, and I do want to find a way to use more of them. They're just very loud, but like I think they're gorgeous. So if you have any ideas on how I could utilize this rug more, if you have any like suggestions for an aesthetic I can go for in an apartment or a tiny house or any kind of house, any kind of build, I'd be very open to hearing that. I'm so excited to get some new content out in the new year. I can't believe it's almost 2023. That is wild to me. We're only a couple of days away now. I hope everyone has a great New Year's Eve, a great New Year's Day. Happy New Year's, everyone. But yeah, if you have any ideas of things you would like to see in the new year from me on the channel, definitely let me know. I have all kinds of ideas like going around in my head, but I always love hearing your suggestions, and they usually come out to be some of my favorite builds because they're things I might not have thought of, and that's my favorite part about creating content online is basically the collaboration with other simmers who have the same passion for this game. So thank you in advance, and thank you for all previous like suggestions, comments, and inspiration you've left for me. It really does mean a lot. But anyway, we are out on the balcony now, and like I said, there's only a few things out here. I used these plants over here, which I think are so cute. A table and chairs, some loungers, and a yoga mat. And then we're heading on into screenshots. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the screenshots. Bye, everyone.